Today we find out who's gonna last the longest playing Clash Royale in a awesome tournament we've made. As you see off to my right, this is an exclusive thing to the Discord server, so if you want to be invited to future events, I think you know what to do. Join the Discord server. It's going to be linked down below in the description. Every single player in this tournament has the maximum of 3 losses, and it's going to be triple draft, so their decks are going to be completely out of their control somewhat. And also there's several pro players competing, so this is going to be competitive. Because it's triple draft and because there's 3 losses, this is legitimately anyone's game. Whoever wins this thing is going to be absolutely balling out with the 14,000 gems, so be sure to watch until the end to see who gets the dub. The time has hit 5. We're hitting the start button. Boom! People are going in. Keep in mind that throughout the tournament, people are going to be legitimately dropping like flies. People are going to need to play quick, effective matches and make sure they get the crowns and the wins necessary to take home the dub. So far, triple draft really doing its thing. 2 completely random decks here. A cannon coming down to counter an electro draft. Okay. Oh! The King Tower! The first pro play of the day? Solo Leo? I gotta hand it to you. That was actually insane. I did not expect that. Furnace comes down in the back. The Mega Knight comes down for... Oh, and the Electro Giant at the bridge. The random decks are really coming out in full force already. Look at Marco's deck on the bottom here. He has a very legitimate Golem deck that could 100% work. People are already getting wins, and we're only 3 minutes in. There's gonna be more and more wins coming in. Besides the opponent having Electro Giant NATO, Solo Leo was still able to push through because he luckily picked a ton of Electro Giant answers. And that is it. Game 1 by Solo Leo. Let's go. Big dubs. Even though the tournament just started, there was already players pulling ahead, either getting really quick wins or absolutely destroying opponents. Let's check out how first place is doing. There's a bunch of players getting losses. There's a bunch of players getting wins right now. So many of the first round battles are finishing up. Electro Giant NATO coming down. Incredible picks here by Not Jojo. And be sure to pay attention to a lot of these guys' names because a lot of these players that are on top are going to be facing each other constantly. And right here, Not Jojo was able to stay patient and finally make a huge move when the opponent made this mistake. Is the bomb tower going to be able to come down in time? I'm not sure about this one. The failed kite is devastating. Wow, man. Excellent match from Not Jojo, maintaining his lead. He might be in first place still. He is the only person with 2 wins. It's getting crazy over here. Sometimes the decks really played a role in who won, but this match right here did show that skill ultimately will shine through because even if someone has a hardcore matchup, some outplays can just not be beat. GG's to Toast. He also had the rage spell. Wow. Able to get the win against that Electro Giant. This is crazy. 2 absolutely insane decks. We see a bridge spam log bait on the bottom and Royal Recruit's Hog Cycle on the top. Where are these decks coming from? Obviously, triple draft has some crazy matchups in store. What is saving Justin right now? The player on the bottom is all of the splash damage he has, right? The Royal Recruit's Hog Rider combo is actually pretty strong, especially when you only have one building being the Goblin Brawler. The rocket comes down. Is he going to predict recruits? He does! Wow, Justin, getting some hits there. Cannon cart coming down. I'm sure the Hog Rider will soon follow, and the cannon cart is coming in. The Hog Rider's got other plans. The Goblin Brawler placed in a beautiful position here, able to pull everything. The Hog Rider, however, still going to get a hit maybe. It does get a hit. That's devastating damage. Justin tosses out the good game, but sir, it is not over. You have the Goblin Brawler. This is possible if you can really make sure this Hog gets no more hits. The Hog Rider's going down. The Rocket's going to need to go down. He's going to need to get some sort of wall breaker connection, but he has no way of breaking through. And Justin, although it was a great attempt, sir, that is good game. And the Royal Recruit's Hog Cycle comes out on top. So many battles going on. This is really interesting. Look at Thingy's deck here. It's got Hog Rider, Wizard, Guards, Bandit, all sorts of stuff, but honestly, it's got air defense, it's got splash damage, it's got a ground tank. This thing could work. The opponent, however, has Elite Barb's Cannon Cart. This is going to be an interesting matchup. The craziest part about triple draft is how unpredictable some of these decks are. You'll see in this match, the final card that Thingy has is going to completely change this match. We aren't sure what Thingy's last card is. It could be a rocket, it could be a way of doing damage. And wow, the freeze spell comes down. Hog Freeze is going to be a nightmare for the opponent. We're going to maybe see something for the Hog Rider. Did the opponent overcommit? He did. That's gonna be game over. Thingy walks away with the win, although he had a graveyard right on his tower. We see Mega Knight Bait on the top and Electro Giant Tornado on the bottom, and Electro Giant NATO! You can't let that Dark Goblin do that, sir. Will this Mega Knight be able to get on tower? Maybe, but maybe not. The lightning comes down, which is pricey, and the Mega Knight gets the hop. I'm not sure if that was the right move, but he does hold on to his tower. Let's admire for a second that this guy picked Electro Giant, Lightning, NATO, and Dark Prince. That's actually kind of crazy. crazy. He kind of deserves to win. I'm not gonna lie. That's some really good picking. Despite picking an absolute god tier deck, this man's on the bottom lava here. You're gonna see he's gonna make a massive misplay, which is gonna turn the tides of the entire match. We're gonna hopefully see a good defense here, but wow, the Electro Giant comes out on defense. That could have been a misplay because of how quickly it just died. He's gonna need to defend all of this, and they still have another Mega Knight. The Mini P.E.K.K.A comes down. The Starmie's gonna get arrowed. Oh my goodness, the Dark Prince comes down. The Mega Knight, the Mini P.E.K.K.A, the Rage, it's all coming in. The NATO does come out. Is the opponent gonna overwhelm him? This is looking bad. The arrows come down. The Miner's chipping away. The Fireball, the Dark Goblin, it's too much to handle, and wow, he's able to break through with the Mega Knight Miner. Craziness. Good game, fellas. There is so many players battling right now. We have over 250 members from the Discord server here, and Future is one of the pro players who actually ended up getting lost. Let's see how he's doing here. He's going against the guy who just got the win with Mega Knight Bait. I think Future understands that the quicker you pick these cards, the quicker you can slam these games out, the more wins and opportunities you have. At the moment, there are 2 players with 4 wins. We have just under 45 minutes left. Let's go ahead and get back into the Future match. Really good pull there from the Battle Ram, making the Mega Knight get kited over to the other lane. Future realized that going in one lane wasn't going to work, so by applying pressure with dual lane split, he absolutely was able to overwhelm and crush the opponent. Just an example of pro players identifying something they gotta change during a match. Really valuable Mega Knight there, guys. Going to tank for the Cannon Cart and Dark Goblin. He cannot go with the bats. Now he might go with the bats, but he's starting to struggle for Elixir. Are we gonna see a poison on those bats in the left lane? I would assume so. Nope, the Ewiz comes down. Cannon Cart gets the lock. That is gonna be so much damage for Future, guys. That might be it. Only a poison away at this point. That was huge. Poison's gonna secure it along with the Ewiz. GG's the Future. Crazy game right there. Toast has received his first loss. A couple players with 4 wins have not lost yet. Let's see what's going on here with Not JoJo. A lot of the top players I noticed were really good at picking cards that synergized well together and that are strong in the current meta. Not JoJo though. Having a graveyard deck with Bowler, Valkyrie, and Inferno Dragon, that is a really good picking. Wow, man. He gets the W, so he might be our first player with 5 wins. There he is. 5 wins, overtaking the past first place player, Toast. Not JoJo is back in the lead here. Speaking of 5 wins, Thingy has 4 wins currently, and he is just close enough to try and take this tower. There's a couple games where they straight up came down to someone who didn't get a big spell, and the other player just spell cycling them out, so many matches were quite intense because of that. Wow, can you imagine if Happy Gamer's able to pull this one through? I don't know if it's possible. Is he going to be able to cycle enough freezes and such in order to take this all out? The Bandit's going to need to get Ewiz. That's game over. Wow, Thingy, you're joining the 5 wins gang. There is so many players dropping out. It happens, I understand. Looking at the first place player here, we see they're dealing with the Goblin Drill, and they have Elixir Pump. Super interesting picks. I honestly did not expect this. Another aspect that I absolutely love about Triple Draft is it makes people get creative with their decks and with their pushes, so right here's an awesome example of that. P.E.K.K.A Baby Dragon Goblin Drill. The Goblin Drill is being used for the Inferno Tower. Talk about creativity. The P.E.K.K.A is now able to walk up. If the opponent can fireball that Magic Archer, this could be game-ending push. That is going to be the entire tower down, guys. A huge lead for the opponent, and Not JoJo, the first place player, is looking at potentially their first loss. There's 3 players with 5 wins. One of them is Thingy, going against the Lava player. Be sure to remember Lava's name. He was absolutely killing it in the tournament, but this play right here absolutely made this match way closer than it had to be. Lava was not used 2 cards, and that is one of them, the NATO, but the failed King Tower activation NATO, that is devastating. Now notice how Lava has not played a card yet, and he has no real win conditions. He's gonna have a tough time getting tower damage, whereas Thingy has a big lead, but no big spell, so even though he has the lead, this is far from over. The only way I see Lava winning this is if he plays perfect defense and literally poisons Thingy out. The poison chip will continue to happen. This is gonna be honestly a really close match. He needs to catch these Dark Goblins, though. He is able to catch it. Holy cow, I just had a heart attack for him. I'm wondering right now if he understands that he needs to spam poisons. The fact that he has 2 buildings and Tornado against a Hog Rider is massive, by the way. That's gonna help him out a ton. As time went on, Lava kept on chipping his tower, and then Thingy started to panic, realizing what was happening. Firecracker splashed and hit the tower a little bit. The poison's coming down. I think Thingy might need to start getting some more damage somehow. Guys, that poison's catching up quickly. There's 20 seconds left. He has the bigger spell, and that could legitimately get him the win here. He's going with the poison. He's going to need to Tornado this Hog Rider. The Tombstone comes down. The poison gets him in the lead with 9 seconds left. Unfortunately for Thingy, that's going to be it. He's not going to be able to break through this thing, and and this is gonna be a loss. Very well played by Lava, understanding that, hey, I gotta calm down. I just gotta send some poisons. Great job identifying that. What a game. That game goes to show that sometimes you can get absolutely hard countered, but right here we're checking out Zavkiel, another pro player. Pro player Zavkiel here with the Electro Giant deck. He's got Electro Giant Sparky, but the opponent gives up. Is it to save time? Is it because of rage? We'll never know. And since we haven't looked at the leaderboard standings in a while, let's go check it out. And ISOD with the first 6-win player. There's a ton of people now coming into the top 5 that we have not seen yet. There is still over 30 minutes of gameplay left, so stay tuned. This is far from over. It is anyone's game. Also, keep in mind that a bunch of these top players do have 2 losses, so there was going to be more and more players dropping out over time, and the ending is going to be crazy exciting. This is where the tournament's getting extra intense, right? When people have 2 losses, they are legitimately fighting for their life. Jaga has 2 losses. He cannot afford to lose this, or else that will be game over for him. He needs to take this tower right now because Jaga is going to take his tower, and holy cow, he's done it. The opponent now has the lead, and the Sparky comes down right into a Valkyrie. That is really honestly unlucky. Right here, what's really hurting Jaga, even though he has an Electro Giant with the opponent with no buildings, is he has no good answers to that Goblin Barrel. Check out what happens here. He could maybe Quake Zap, but the Electro Giant comes down, and the Bowler tanks. A beautiful tank by the Bowler is going to get him the lead back. So much damage going through. The Bowlers are both just destroying his towers. Jaga is going to need to 3-crown him right now, and he definitely understands that. The Bowler's going to go down here. The Valkyrie's going to go down. The Electro Spirit's also in. Guys, can he defend the Goblin Barrel? It's not going to be close enough, and he loses out. One of the top players going down. There is 6 players with 6 wins. Let's watch someone we have not heard from today. We have officially crossed the halfway mark. So many more battles to be had. Right here, the opponent was stuck with cards that were unfortunately really predictable that you don't have a lot of outplay potential with. So watch how that hurts him in this match. Skarmy and Barbarians for the Hog Rider. If Katie has a Fireball, a Poison, that would be incredible. And wow, the Fireball does come down. I really hope we see a prediction Fireball on those Barbs or even the Skarmy later in this match. I want to see a Hog Rider. I want to see a Fireball. Is he going to do it? He's going to do it. He's going to do it. There it is, baby. The Fireball lands. The Hog is on tower. A couple more of those, and this game is yours, my friend. Fireball, baby. There it is. Oh, wow. The opponent smartens up. The Hog Rider does get a hit, though, so that honestly wasn't worth it. He should have just done something else there. Arrows here, buddy. Arrows. There they are. The Hog Rider's coming in. The Fireball. The predictions are going crazy. The Hog Rider gets on tower. That is going to be game over. Katie, the 7 wins player. God, what a game. GG's, man. Someone's at 8 wins and in a battle. All of these players here showing why they deserve the 14,000 gems. One of the top players, not JoJo, was faced with a terrible matchup. Look at what happens. And the Royal Giant Skeleton in the pocket, it's going to catch him off guard. The Royal Giant locks on. The defensive Earthquake, it's all not good here. Dang, man, that's going to be his 2nd loss. More and more talented players are getting losses, and right here, Future actually has one of the worst matchups we've seen yet. Check out how devastating some of these unknown cards from the opponent are. And here it is. The balloon's moving in. We're going to see the Zappies. If he freezes the Zappies, beautiful play. He's going to need to now arrows the minions, but the opponent has NATO. That's devastating. The absolute worst card that could have been played there for Future. Unfortunately for Future, he is getting countered unbelievably hard. Once again, another triple draft nightmare. It's going to be an impossible one to win there. GG's to you too. Holy cow. Another pro player falls. Not JoJo, one of the top players going against Not Dyslexic. What is with people putting the word not in their names? Wow, Earthquake comes down against the Elixir Pump. That is absolutely devastating. But wow, he got Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits with the Flying Machine. This was one of the most intense moments when you see 2 players come together that both have 2 losses because only one of them is gonna walk out alive. Not Dyslexic has 6 wins, Not JoJo has 7 wins, and both players have 2 losses. Whoever takes the L here is out for good, and we're just rolling up on the 20-minute mark remaining in the tournament. Royal Giant Raged and Executioner. This is getting nuts right now. The Royal Giant, luckily for Not Dyslexic, got shredded. The Log's knockback is really essential so far. We see the Royal Giant and it's raged. This could be absolutely devastating, and the freeze spell comes down. This is the thrilling gameplay that we were promised, and the freeze spell costs Not Dyslexic it. Fantastic game, guys. Not JoJo. Holy cow, you're a mad lad. Those are the games we love to see. ISOD, the first player to cross the 9 wins mark, also could pick up his 10th here. Right here is a crazy intense match between ISOD, the current number 1, and the number 7 win, I believe. This match is nuts. Isod is not even a pro player or anything. This dude is straight up gaming. The arrows come down. The Lumberjack is going to lock onto that tower. That is going to get him the lead here, folks. The Lumberjack, the Bomber Rage. Is it going to get him the lead? It's going to be close. Ever so close. Split lane pressure is going to be the way here, my friend. The Lumberjack coming in. The Fireball lands. That is going to get him the lead here. Nearly 29 seconds. This is an absolute battle out here. There's the Fireball onto the tower. Good Fireball. Is it going to be enough, though? The opponent was able to get more poisons down. The Spear Gob's raged. Could lock on. They're not going to, though. The one Spear Goblin does. This is so close. The Zap Spell comes out. Can he get a final Fireball? He's not going to be able to. The final Fireball would have potentially won him the game. What a close game. Fantastic match, fellas, and Isod gets another win, getting the first 10 wins out of anyone in the tournament. With 13 minutes left, Isod is absolutely annihilating the competition. And the funny thing is, he's got a PB of 5,400 trophies. This just shows you that triple draft is madness. You never know what's gonna happen. Benjamin goes down. We are seeing so many players starting to drop out after getting the 2 losses. Jaquavius, but a ton of people here at the 7-win mark really faltering. Since there was so little time, everyone was rushing to get as many games in as possible. Obviously, every single loss really hurt the players, so anyone who had 2 losses really had a low chance of winning. Wow, that rocket value hurts. Holy cow. Does KD have a spell? The Fireball comes down. That's massive. That is going to be the entire tower down, I want to say. We now have 2 players with 10 wins, and others are close behind. This is getting nuts. 10 minutes to go. 14,000 gems on the line. Who is going to finish this thing out? Right, here's another example of Isod just picking god tier cards. This dude really knew what to pick. These cards synergized incredibly well together. Check this out. We see a Golem deck beatdown from Isod. Absolutely putting in work here in the free spell comes down. Don't do it to him. Not Jojo does have 2 losses. He's one of the top players. This is a devastating start for Not Jojo. Despite getting a lot of damage in the counter push, it just wasn't enough, guys. Isod takes out another top player. Unlucky, man. GG's. Good attempts all around, but Isod going to be extending his lead here. Will Lava be able to catch up? We've now just hit the time where every single second matters. Check out the leaderboard with 5 minutes remaining. The 5-minute mark is here. 2 players with 11 wins, a couple players with 9, several top players are dropping out. Isod is in his match. If he takes a loss here and Zafkiel, the pro player, is able to upset him, this could open the window for Lava to be the first player here with 12 wins and get the lead. 2 very talented players here. This game was really back and forth, but check out what Isod's final card is, once again making a massive impact on this entire tournament. Getting some good tower chip. I think Zaf knows that if he can just defend this, he might be in a great position here. If he can just defend and oh man, the rocket comes down. Did not expect that. That is going to throw a major holy cow, and no one knows what's going on right now. This next part of this battle is absolutely amazing to me. I have no idea how these wall breakers didn't connect. Watch how close this was. The wall breakers behind here could be a problem. The Dark Prince is distracted. The wall breaker is going to connect. It didn't. The Dark Goblin's crazy. Holy cow, the Dark Goblin just saved his day. I believe that little interaction there actually won Isod this entire match. Dark Goblin MVP for Isod, going to get him the win. What a match between 2 very good players. Isod now at 12 wins, and Lava needs to catch up if he wants to have a chance at winning this. There's still some time left. Now right here, Lava's actually destroying this man, easily gonna get the 3 crown, but the opponent is wasting his time by not letting him get the 3 crown immediately. Does that cost Lava this one? We will have to find out. This is all about time. He's gonna let him get the 3 crown, it looks like here. Please, Lava is like, please let me have this. Lava understands that there is not much time left. He's gonna need to try and get into another match. There's 16 seconds left. Every single second is precious time. Isod, if you win this game, you could potentially lock in the 14,000 gems. This is all come down to these final couple games. Lava got the win. It is 12-12. Lava has significantly more crowns, so if these 2 tie, Lava gets the 14,000 gems. There's 38 seconds, and Lava is hoping he finds a matchup, but so many people up here are losing out straight up. Can he find a game with 25 seconds left? If he doesn't find a game, he is still in first place unless Isod is able to win the game he is currently in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Is this gonna be it? It's ended. Lava is not in a match. Lava is the current winner, but Isod could take that away right now. Because so many people have been losing out, he was not able to find the game out of the top players. This is for everything right now. This has all come down to this. The Bowler, the Dark Goblin, and the Royal Recruits. All fantastic defensive answers. If Isod doesn't pull out something crazy out of these last two cards, I don't know if he's going to be able to get the win here. Even though Isod's deck was not ideal by any means, and he really didn't have a way of breaking through, he had to overwhelm the opponent, and he was able to do so with some crazy outplays right here. We're going to need to see a snowball, sir. There it is. The cannon card's coming in. We see a knight. Fantastic knight placement. Everything is being spammed. Isod is at absolutely no elixir. The cannon cart will go down, luckily. The Inferno Dragon, however, is going to be a problem. Hunter does not get another shot. The Dark Goblin's placed in a sloppy manner. Can he get another snowball down? He's poisoning on defense. Isod, the spam. This might get him it. The opponent is choking this one out right now. He needs to relax. He needs to somehow defend this with a positive elixir trade. I don't know how. I literally don't know how. It is even possible. Nobody knows. A ton of people watching right now. This has all come down to this. The Fireball Arrows combo are devastating, and the Mega Knight's gonna get a hit. That is really, really painful. Rafat team did not pick a win condition, and it's gonna come back to turn the tides of the entire tournament. The Fireball rains down, and just one more Fireball. It's game over. Isod, the 14,000 gems winner, gets it done despite having a crazy deck. And with that, he's able to jump ahead of Lava. Lava, shout out to you, man. You played great. You had a ton of crowns. That one extra loss ended up costing you this one. We're gonna find Isod in the Discord server. We're gonna hit him up with the gems, and that was awesome. Huge thank you to everyone that played. Huge thank you to everyone that came out today. Hopefully you had fun. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Master Diddy San.